December 27th, Amaris walked into the palace unchained. 4 bodyguards, the security unchecked, Richard waiting unafraid. A wrapped box layer on layer, a jewel-encrusted laser pistol inside. Stefan held it to the light, then leveled it at Richard, and he fired. The system caught the blast, but Amaris had the controls. Richard himself had shown him how. That's how the darkness rose. The palace guards were cut down in the halls, the Black Watch ambushed too. The Fourth Dragoons had laid their traps, and the coup came crashing through. Bye-bye to the starlit sky. Amaris killed the First Lord, and he watched the Cameron line die. Them good old boys were drinking ale and singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day the League died." The coup was almost over before it had begun. Jump-pack platoon on the rooftops, nearly breaking through. The Black Watch at Gorst Flats broke the Dragoons in two. 10 mechs fell to the gunslingers, the finest that we knew. But the Dragoons pulled back and dropped a nuke instead. Major Schmidt's Atlas and the Highlanders lay dead. A black night in the fallout, one-armed and standing tall. But reinforcements stopped the guards from reaching through the wall. Moments from the roof, moments from the end, the Dragoons arrived and Amaris held his ground again. Bye-bye to the starlit sky. Amaris killed the First Lord, and he watched the Black Watch die. Them good old boys were drinking ale and singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day the League died." 79 Camerons gathered in the throne room that night. Amaris on the Starleague throne, demanding they submit or die. The first 20 refused, sent back to the crowd. Then Jason Cameron Bashina bowed his head and bowed. Amaris smiled and shot him with the same laser pistol there. The family rushed the throne, and not one was spared. 79 bodies smoking on the Starleague floor. Then Amaris sealed the room and walked out through the door. Bye-bye to the Starleague sky. 79 Camerons and not a reason why. Them good old boys were drinking ale and singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day the League died." He renamed it the Empire, ordered Kerensky to fight. Kerensky said no, and the inner sphere sat tight. No help from any house, no allies to be found. 100 regiments of Amaris mechs against the SLDF ground. I was there with Kerensky, I saw it with my eyes. The rim worlds fell by 69, then years of darkened skies. Operation Chieftain launched in 72. We invaded Terra in 77, fighting through and through. September 30th, 79, I'll never forget that day. Kerensky in his Orion broke the palace doors away. Amaris dragged from the ruins, his twisted reign was done. But the fighting had been bitter, the damage had been won. They held him humanely, they gathered every proof. Then Kerensky gave the order and he told the painful truth. A firing squad for heaven, his bloodline wiped from earth. Everyone who bore the name Amaris, for what that name was worth. The Star League died that December day, and nothing's been the same. Kerensky won the war, but he couldn't win back the flame. Bye-bye to the Star League sky. The caverns are gone, and the First Lord's ashes fly. Them good old boys were drinking ale and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day the League died. I was there, I watched it all from start to finish. Kerensky was the bravest man I ever met, and the saddest. He won the war and lost everything he was fighting for. That's the truth they don't broadcast on Tharkad. The day the League died.